Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding this video or any other video that I have posted in the past. It is easier for me to answer your question more thoroughly through email. Also, if you have any comment regarding this YouTube channel, I will be delighted to hear from you. Over the years for me, home cooking has been a challenge until I developed a cooking system, which I call it the fast cooking system. By using this system, I was able to cook every day and anytime I want. This cooking system has 4 attributes, that is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And together, when I combined these 4 attributes, I was able to cook anytime I want, and I was able to cook with the type of flexibility and adaptability allow me to cook almost any type of dishes. And when we came home late one night, we were tired and hungry. My wife suggested do you think we can have some lo mein, quick and simple? I then remember that we had a spaghetti dinner about several nights ago, and I have some extra pasta noodles that I stored away in the refrigerator. And I think these pasta noodles will do a good job in making a lo mein. A lo mein is a simple and versatile Asian noodle dish. It basically is that you mix noodles with different kinds of proteins and vegetables. And the word lo means mix, mein means noodle. So basically it is a very simple dish, and it usually can be made in about a few minutes. The first of all is that you need to have some noodles. And over the years, I discovered that spaghetti pasta noodles is actually really flexible. In addition to use to make spaghetti, the spaghetti pasta noodles can be used for making many other type of noodle dishes. And one of the dishes that I use the pasta noodle for is to make lo mein. And because of this reason, every time when I boil pasta noodles, I usually boil 2 pounds of pasta noodles in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. The wok turned out to be perfect for boiling noodles. Simply because of the large opening of the wok. Usually pasta noodles is about 12 inches in length, and consequently it's perfectly well in a 14-inch wok. So you can lay the noodles directly into the boiling water in the wok without having to bend them or break them. A 14-inch wok is large enough that will allow me to boil 2 pounds of pasta noodles. I discovered the stainless steel wok is much better than any pasta pot. And it takes only about 6 to 7 minutes to boil the noodle to al dente. And then I transfer the noodles into a large bowl of cold water. And this will immediately stop the noodles from cooking any further. I then rinse the noodles in cold water. Now, I do not use any salt or any oil in the water for boiling the noodles. I immediately transfer the extra noodles that I'm not going to use that day into plastic containers. I store them in the refrigerator, and they have shelf life up to about a week. And I can use them anytime I want, and I use it to cook many different types of noodle dishes, including this lo mein dish. For this batch of noodles, actually I cook them in 3 different ways. The first night after I cook the noodles, I use it in a spaghetti dinner, and then the next night I use it in a pan-fried noodle dish. And tonight I'm going to use it in a lo mein dish. I cook this dish in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to use 4 eggs for this dish. This will make it simple because I always have some eggs on hand. I'm going to break the egg directly into the wok. This actually is a good approach because it makes the egg more interesting. It kind of creates a separation between the egg yolk and the egg white. It gives the egg more texture than if you, say, beat them up directly. Now, I season the wok first with my spot seasoning method to make sure that I have a non-stick cooked surface. As you can see here, the egg do not stick to the wok at all. This is important to have the egg cooked properly. Next, then I add the noodles which I remove from the refrigerator directly to the wok. At this point, I actually turn the heat down completely because I really do not need the heat to finish cooking the dish. All I need to do is to basically mix all the ingredients in the wok. This is very typical in making a lo mein dish. You basically just mix the ingredients together with the noodles. Now to season the noodles, I'm going to start out with a little bit of oyster sauce, about 1.5 tablespoons, and then I add approximately 1 teaspoon of hot sesame oil. The oyster sauce is great for adding umami flavor to the dish, whereas the hot sesame oil provides a sesame flavor as slight spiciness to the dish. A pair of long-handled tongs is really useful for mixing the noodles, much better than a wok spatula. Some addition of scallion. These scallions are cut in strips, and that adds great onion flavor to the dish. And I have some shredded carrots in my advanced prepping, so this will be another thing to go and mix it with the noodles. Again, you can add almost anything you want to the noodles. Since all the one is doing is to mix the noodles with the ingredients, so make sure those ingredients either do not have to be cooked, such as the scallions and the carrots, or they have been already cooked in advance. After doing a taste test, additional oyster sauce is added to the dish, and this is followed by some soy sauce. The reason for adding this extra flavoring agent is this will make the dish has a more intense flavor. But again, if you like the dish to be light in flavor, then you probably can omit this second round of seasoning agent that I add to this lo mein dish. As I promised my wife, this dish is going to be cooked very rapidly. In fact, it only took about just 7 minutes. And now the dish is ready, and we are about ready to sit down to eat. Well, I find some additional ingredients in my advanced prepping, this including some colored bell pepper, which I decided, well, I'm going to garnish the lo mein dish with this colored bell pepper. The colored bell pepper not only will give a crispy crunch to the lo mein dish, but also add some great color to it as well. Last but not the least, I also found some chopped scallions in the advanced prepping. This would be a good addition to the dish. It adds some color and as well as some nice flavor to the dish. And this is the advantage of advanced prepping. You can just look through your refrigerator and find out what might work. And you can add anything you would like. And quite often you will find this a wonderful way to enhance your dish. And my wife loves hoisin sauce, so I discovered the last step is to garnish the dish with some hoisin sauce. So the total preparation time of this dish is actually only about 7 to 8 minutes. In fact, within 10 minutes after we got home, I have this dinner ready and served on the table. This is actually faster than if I have gone to the freezer and get out a frozen pizza, which obviously I actually do not have it in our freezer. So this video is a demonstration of my fast cooking system of how you can cook a dish very fast because of the flexibility of the system. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.